Hello, Potato. We've got ourselves a special delivery. Yep, it's been 3 months. My, how time has flown. It is time once again for the Taste of Home special delivery, or special delivery from Taste of Home. Either way, hashtag TOH special delivery to come in again. And this month's box is a hefty one. This will be the fall box for 2021 because it's fall and it's the year 2021. By comparison, and of course, if nothing else, to fill up time and to not have to do one of these videos every single month, we're also going to look at a Loot Crate box. This would be, I believe, the August crate. By comparison, very, very light. Probably because there's nothing in there but a shirt and a thin piece of plastic junk. I believe this is the August crate for 2021. I did just get the September crate. Like just this week, got the September crate, but we'll wait until we get the October crate. The funny thing is, though, I got an email saying we wouldn't be getting the September crate until October. And then, of course, the September crate showed up like a couple days later. But we'll do that in October when the October crate arrives, which potentially means it could be in November. As I recall, last time, Loot Crate actually won in the competition between itself and Special Delivery. And I don't remember exactly what the reasoning was, except that I believe there was like one particular item in the Loot Crate box that I was quite impressed with. And the Special Delivery box, while having its usual valuable assortment of stuff, it was stuff that I think was fairly basic and things we already had some version of and therefore didn't really need. There wasn't anything that we were going to make much use out of, which isn't fair. We have actually probably used most of the stuff. It's stuff we also already had other versions of. Like, I know tongs. I think tongs were in there. And yeah, they've been used, but we already had tongs. We didn't really need tongs. But in any case, the reason I'm saying that is I guess that means that this time Loot Crate will get to go first as our reigning champion. So we'll put Special Delivery and its heavy, crinkly, paper-filled self aside and do that in a minute. Instead, look at the Loot Crate and see what loot is in the crate. I'm thinking it won't take very long because, again, it's a very light crate, which also is leaving a sticky mark on the tablecloth from where I peeled off the shipping label. But I've already cut the label on this. I haven't looked in it, but I did cut it just for speed. So let's open it up. Dun, 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 dun. Now we're still doing the generic inside of the box there. No more theme boxes. They do they do surveys on these things. And I guess most people must have said that they don't do anything with the inside of the boxes, so they just stopped making nice boxes. I mean, the artwork is cute. It's just the same artwork we've seen for the last 4 or 5 months. So already I can see something I'm a little surprised at, and that's another one of these Guardian of the Galaxy mini bust things. That means I have 3 of them now. I kind of figured you would only get them all if you bought the Marvel crate. I think there is a Marvel crate. There's like 5 billion crates now. But that's so far not been the case. We've gotten Star-Lord and we've gotten Rocket, now it's Gamora. So maybe next time we will get Groot, which means I should probably go and dig these ones out of their little boxes so we can put them all together and see what it looks like put together. This one comes apart, hopefully intentionally. Looks like it fits in that way. There we go. There's Gamora. Well, I do think the Gamora looks better than the Rocket did. My problem with Rocket was just, it looked like it was a raccoon's head on a normal-sized person's body, not like a raccoon-sized person's body. But no, I think Gamora's nice. Actually, the detailing on the face is pretty good. I think it's a good sculpt. I am actually kind of impressed with that. I think Rocket also came with the centerpiece that connects them all together, so I guess we'd better hope that the last one comes in the next crate, because there's 4 of them, right? It shows 4 on the box here. I guess it's worked out well with things like the Fallout crate, where they had Liberty Prime over the course of like 6 months, so you had to stay subscribed? Yeah, subscribed, in order to get the whole thing. And then I want to say they like screwed up on the head or something, and like it didn't go out. But anyways, I don't get the Fallout crate. I love Fallout, but I'm not going to get a whole crate of just that every single month. I would not mind some Fallout to be in the normal crate, though. I wouldn't mind a lot of things being in the normal crate, though. But yeah, Gamora, not bad. Not a bad start. Let's look at our shirt. It says Harry Potter on it, which means it must be a Harry Potter shirt. It's the Order of the Phoenix. I'm going to say not in love with the color, but I know it's Gryffindor colored. But I personally like to identify with Ravenclaw. Although, oddly, I generally get sorted into Slytherin, which I don't like, because I consider them to be evil. To be fair, a couple times that has happened while I was dressed as Severus Snape, so that may have had something to do with it. But, I suppose Hagrid would probably be a better option for me. It's not a bad shirt. Good and thicker than those Disney Store ones from the last week's Weekend Magic. Not the last Weekend Magic, not the one from yesterday. Yesterday, if you're watching these things in order as they release. Ages ago, if you're watching this months in the future. Although, why you'd watch a Loot Crate video 6 months down the line? I'll take it back. I do that. So, never mind. But yeah, not a bad shirt. Not necessarily one I would wear just because I'm not into the Gryffindor color scheme, but not a bad shirt. We've got a box with dinosaurs. Dinosaur Observation Committee. They were here first. Let them live. Let them roam. Do not open. Okay. We'll move on then. Instead, we'll look at the next thing, which appears to be a Soundwave Velcro wallet. This is a Velcro wallet, is it not? That brings me back to the 80s. I had a Smurfs Velcro wallet. Yes, this is a Velcro wallet of Soundwave from the Transformers, and the original Transformers. So clearly they are targeting people in my age group with these now, because like nobody under the age of 40 is going to be familiar with this version of Soundwave, or indeed what a cassette player is. What is Soundwave now? Because a cassette player obviously would not blend in very well. I mean, even an iPod would be out of date now. Just a mobile phone, maybe? Maybe the things that come out of him are like memory cards? I don't know. I mean, it's cute. It's not bad. I don't hate it. I won't use it, but I don't hate it. Let's check out the pin. It's the last thing in here. It's a Planet of the Apes loot pin. They blew it up. They blew it all up. Yeah, it's the Statue of Liberty on there. If you haven't seen a movie from 40-something years ago, it is now spoiled for you. Yeah, cute. Licensed at least. Interesting reflective properties to the, well, I guess brown? Black-brown? It's very reflective. Kind of like that. Kind of looks weird when you light hits at certain angles, which I don't know if the camera gets that effect or just gets glare off the plastic, which is entirely probable. But yeah, not bad. All right, so that's all. All right. We will open the dino. I know it says do not open on it. It is Jurassic Park. Surprised they don't put the logo elsewhere on it. I guess that is the Jurassic Park logo there, but sort of. Jurassic World. Sorry, not Jurassic Park. Jurassic World. I'm showing my age. I'm thinking of the original. All right, let's see what it is. Is it a blind box thing, or does everybody get something? Oh, that is disappointing. It's socks. 2 pairs of socks that say danger, and I think, is that supposed to be the fence? The copyright notice there is like as big as anything else. And then just a dino skull and crossbones. That rarely can I say I have been more disappointed in a Loot Crate. And that is saying something. I have been very disappointed by Loot Crate in the past, but I was expecting a figure or something. I was expecting some sort of like little dinosaur. I was not expecting socks. You know those people who don't like getting socks for presents? I'm one of those people. I am very disappointed in the socks. All right, well, I'm sorry I opened them now. I should have paid attention to this. It said not to open it. It warned me not to open it. I opened it anyways, and boy, was I disappointed. Well, that's the least. All right, I've got to rate the crate. What am I throwing things back for? Got to rate it. Well, don't rate the shirts, though. The shirt and pin are perfectly nice, perfectly competent things, but we don't rate those. Instead, we have 3 items to choose from. We have Gamora, which I will put as number 1 because it's actually not a bad sculpt, and much like the other 2, if you didn't get the whole set, you could still put her up on a shelf, and nobody would necessarily know that it's meant to be part of a set of 4. Second place, we'll put our not Starscream, that's not Starscream, that's Soundwave, our Soundwave wallet. I will never in a million years use this thing. but it's not a bad thing. It's just not a me thing. Last place is socks, because there's socks, and who wants socks? All right, let's clean this up, and we'll do Taste of Home. Presto changeo, it is special delivery time. So I'm going to call that a pretty poor showing from Loot Crate this month. So it is definitely special deliveries game to lose. Again, I don't mind the Gamora statue, but man, socks. Of course, if there's socks in here, wow, that would be a thing, like cooking socks. I can almost appreciate that. They'd have to be darned good socks, though. And those Jurassic Park ones are cute, but they're not darned good. All right, so let's rip it open very carefully, because again, this is my wife's, and I have to be gentle with it so that she can still have the experience of seeing what's in it too. But again, a generous person, she lets me open it so we can experience together first before she gets to look at it, because as you saw, I just ripped the seal off of it. And see, our box, I think, is in better, is in better condition this month. I think last time it was kind of falling apart, but it's kind of falling apart again. So maybe that's just the way they are now. Maybe they just fall apart. Didn't they used to have like the hashtag TOH special delivery like written on the inside? Or am I imagining that? I could be imagining that. My memory is not the best. All right. Oh, we've got a notice in here. That is never a good tell. First of all, let's put this in. It's baking season. I was wondering, in the past, I think the first year we did special delivery, the fall box, all like holiday stuff. And it was like all single-use like Christmas things mostly. And, not fall at all, but of course the next box doesn't come till after Christmas, so they obviously can't put Christmassy things in there then. Looks like we're gonna just kind of stick with more of a generic baking theme this time, and I'm fine with that. But we've got a disclaimer right on top, actually the first thing in the box there. So, yeah, let's see what disappointment they're warning us about already. Thank you for being a Taste of Home special delivery box customer. Due to an unforeseen shipping issue, we were unable to receive the Joy icing spatula shown in the newsletter in time to include it in this box. We've replaced the icing spatula with one of our Taste of Home seasonal publications, packed with more recipes for you to enjoy cooking and baking for years to come. So there's 2 books. So that's why it's so heavy, because there's 2 books. I don't know, that could be a good deal. I mean, I'm sure we have an icing spatula, but we can always have more cookbooks unless it's a cookbook we already have, in which case we don't need more cookbooks. But I'll start out, as we always do, with the recipe cards, which are, again, it feels like on that cheap paper, which I'm not super happy. Let's look at the front. Look at the pictures. There's pictures. We have breakfast quiche, flour, salt, butter, water, bacon, pepper jack, cheese, Monterey Jack, we can do that, cheddar. We can do without the finely chopped onion, eggs, whipping cream, cayenne pepper. Could be good. Maple glazed pork tenderloin. My husband and I think this roasted pork tenderloin tastes like a fancy restaurant dish. Well, I don't know what restaurant you eat at, Colleen Mercier of British Columbia, so I won't make fun of you. White chili. Onion. First ingredient, onion. You've lost me already. So, chili's good. Calzone pinwheels. So not a calzone then. Once you try these mini-sized calzones, you may never go back to the large ones. Those aren't calzones. That's not. Those may be calzone ingredients and calzone dough and a calzone filling, but that's not a calzone. Sorry, Lisa Smith of Bryan, Ohio. Still, they do look good. It's got ricotta, pepperoni, parmesan. Do without the mushrooms. Do without green pepper. Finely chopped onion, probably do without that too. Maybe throw in some bacon or something instead. Some garlic. Garlic would be good. Love me some garlic. Okay, not bad. And if you liked calzone pinwheels, we've also got calzone pinwheels. 2 of those. Salted cashew and caramel chews. Could be good. Nothing says welcome home like warm, gooey, chewy cookies. Okay, Paula Marchese. Butter pecan layer cake. Prep 40 minutes. Bake 25 minutes. Cooling. Make 16 servings. Must be looks like a standard size cake. I don't know Who's getting 16 servings out of a standard-sized cake? I mean, I suppose if you eat, like, sensible portions, you would, but who eats sensible portions of cake? Especially if you're gonna make a butter pecan layer cake, you want a big piece of that. Unless it's, like, super rich. I guess if it's super rich, you might regret having a big piece. Well, at least there's nothing in here like toast or, a bacon sandwich or something, but I don't know that we needed 2 cards for the calzones. Hopefully, it doesn't mean somebody else didn't get their calzones and we got 2 of them. I think we've had that in the past, though, haven't we? We got 2 of something. Oh, well. What do we got else? Start with the edger. A dough blender. I mean, we have one of these, but that's a good item to have. By Zule Kitchen. It's got a QR code, presumably if you need instructions on how to use a dough blender. And oh, it's to register it. You have to register your dough blender. I guess if you want to get software updates and stuff. What else do we have? Oh, we have a single-use item. Looks like we have food. We have Belgian Boys mini stroopwafels. Okay, stroopwafels are good. Now, to fair, mini ones. I mean, unless you're having a very small cup of tea, you can't use them properly because you're supposed to like use them to like put over your tea or your coffee so that the insides melt a little bit. And mini ones are just gonna fall right in unless you have a very small cup of coffee or tea. But they're individually wrapped, authentic Dutch mini caramel waffles. They used to have around here a Volkswagen called the Volkswaffel that sold, I think it sold stroopwafels. They might have just been Belgian waffles. I might be totally making up that it was stroopwafels and I'm just going off the word waffle. But it was a cute vehicle. They used to have it in Sunrise Mall for a while. It was kind of the only interesting thing in Sunrise Mall for a while. I don't think it's there anymore, though. All right, what else do we have? We have a stainless steel sugar flour duster. That looks like a tea diffuser. In fact, I am reasonably sure we have a tea diffuser that looks exactly like that. Guess it makes it a multitasker, doesn't it? Because that looks, I swear we have a big tea diffuser that looks just like that. I'm not going to get it out. You can see the picture on the box. It opens like a Pac-Man head. You put your flour in it. You shake it out. Is it? Oh, no, maybe it's different because it looks like it's a bowl on one end and the tea diffuser is mesh on both sides. So it's a little different. You could probably still use it as a tea diffuser, though, if you really had to. If you need to make a big pot of tea and you couldn't have a proper tea diffuser, that would probably work in a pinch, making it a multitasker. Yay! What else is in here? This feels kind of nasty. What is it? It is. This feels extremely nasty. It feels like it's like the loop side of Velcro. It's a everyday cleaning made simple with the environment in mind. Scrub. So it's a scrubbing pad. That's got a good sound on it. Exfoliate your face with it, maybe. I guess if you don't want to, use an SOS pad or something, disposable. Do people use this anymore? I haven't bought an SOS pad probably since the 90s. Clean a dishwasher made in Poland. Okay. Well, that is. It feels nasty. It looks like it's basically the loop side of a hook and loop fastener, otherwise known as Velcro brand. But that pattern is hideous. That is. It's made in Poland. I will not say anything beyond that. All right, what else do we have? Aside from little bits of paper, we have rolling pin bands. That is a genuinely useful item if you don't already have them. And I honestly don't know if we do or not. I mean, it would make sense that we do. We have multiple rolling pins. But yeah, these are actually good to have if you want to roll out to a specific thickness. So I'm not going to make fun of these. Well, they're made out of silicone. They're by Talisman Designs. And for making, it tells you which ones are for crackers, cookies, biscuits, and dough. I guess if you want to go by some sort of certain specific, I'm sure there's a reason for it. So brown is for biscuits. Yeah, makes sense. That's pretty thick. Reasonably thick biscuits. Hint, to slide on bands easier, dab vegetable oil sparingly on ends of rolling pin. So don't just dip it. 2019 Talisman Designs. So these have been sitting in a warehouse for a while, I'm guessing. Dishwasher safe though, so that's cool. Genuinely useful, not a bad thing. I'm going to say it now. We aren't done yet. I think maybe still 1 or 2 items in there. Think Taste of Home's got it this month. All right, we have, staying with our baking theme, a baking mat. Not a very large baking mat, but a baking mat. Nice. Silpats are always good to have around. We have some Barry Lewis ones, I think, that are this size. But these ones are by Range Clean and are actually Taste of Home branded. So that's nice. Fits most 15 by 10 inch baking sheets. So like, what is that, like a quarter sheet? I mean, I guess it would fit on a half sheet. It just seems like it'd be a little small. But it's got the little measurements on it for mixing out. Yeah, it's like a quarter sheet. But still, shows you what size to put your biscuits or your cookies, space them properly. That's a genuinely useful item. Cook, share, celebrate. I don't hate it. I'm not mad. Honestly, this is a much better crate than last time, I think. I mean, we're still dealing with some fairly basic stuff like the dough blender, but I could legitimately see people not having one of those. I think we have at least a couple, though. I can't roll this back up properly. I have to roll it up properly to fit it back in the band so that somebody can have the experience of opening it for themselves. There we go. Just couldn't do it in front of the camera. Boffo bammo, there we go. It's good enough. All right, I think that's all of our stuff. That just leaves us our books. And again, it said there are 2 of them. Let's take this out. So, all right, so it looks like the second publication is a magazine. It is the Taste of Home Thanksgiving Cookbook, Easy as Pie, 185 Tips and Recipes. And I read that backwards, but it's the same words. For a foolproof holiday cranapple pie. Bonus Genius Leftovers. We've got rosemary turkey breast, mashed cauliflower with Parmesan. Thanksgiving's coming up. Beets. Well, we can just tear that whole section out. Red pepper and green beans. Just think green bean casserole. It's only cooked green beans, 2 bean tomatoes. So it's all like themed sections. Butternut squash custard. What a waste of custard. Spaghetti. Not in the squashes. Moving on. Yummy Texas pecan pie. Not to be confused with Texas yummy pecan pie, which would not be yummy at all. Buttermilk pie with pecans. Vegetarian buffalo dip. Pumpkin snack mix. So it's those little wax pumpkins mixed in with like Chex Mix. All right. That's not awful. And then the big book. The Ultimate Baking Book. 575 tips, recipes, secrets, and hints for baking success. Get ready to bake. It's a thick book. Let's flip through a little of it. Rosemary orange bread, chocolate yeast bread, that could be interesting. Lemon-filled gingerbread muffins, blueberry muffins, honey muffins, macadamia meltaways, vanilla meringues, Italian chocolate spice, citrus cranberry pie, rhubarb strawberry pie. Got cakes. We don't live at high altitudes, don't matter that. Bun cakes. Brown sugar pecan. That's not, what is that? Roasted grape and sweet cheese phyllo galette. That certainly looks interesting. I don't think I've ever had a roasted grape anything. Cream-filled cinnamon coffee cake. You got me a coffee. Yes, I know there's no coffee in coffee cake. But it's, anything associated with coffee is a plus in my book. All right, let's rate this crate. I'm not going to rate the food item because we haven't eaten it, and it's a single-use thing. So we're only going to rate the stuff that is reusable. Okay, I'm going to say last place is this because it's hideous. And I don't like touching it. First place. I think the one we're most likely to use is actually going to be the Silpat here. You could use that for making cookies and stuff. We do occasionally make cookies. Even has a QR code for a recipe for cinnamon roll macarons. That could be interesting. Could be a mess. But yeah, that's our number 1. Number 2, would be our rolling pin rings, because I legitimately do not know if we have one or not, a set of these or not. One. You need more than one, you need at least two. Yeah, I legitimately don't remember if we have those or not. So that's our second place. Third place, our sugar flower duster, just because it looks like a tea diffuser to me. But I think we could genuinely use this for things like just kind of scattering flour on the worktop by hand, just kind of dust it on there more evenly. Which means not last place, because this is last place. Second to last is our dough blender. Nothing wrong with it. It's just a dough blender, and we have at least one, probably more. So yeah, I think it is safe to say that Taste of Home definitely wins this month, which means next time in like December or January, whenever the next crate comes, probably just like late December, early January, the Taste of Home crate will get to go first again. Lucky it. All right, so I have a mess to clean up here, but I hope you found this at all interesting and entertaining. And hey, you got to have the fun of opening a blind box without you spending any of your money on it. And that's always a plus. Because if you like the things, then you like the things. And if you don't like the things, you can go, well, I'm glad I didn't waste my money on that. But I hope you found it all interesting and entertaining. If you did, give the video a like. Make sure you are subscribed to the channel. And hey, ring that little bell icon so you know when I post new things. And I do thank you for watching. And I'll see you in the next video.